Cause I'm a hoe, you know I'm a hoe. I be, cause I'm a hoe, you know I'm a hoe. Y'all give me a second. Let me fix this. Man, I have. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm over there listening to the LaPeef network. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And man, I'm just saying, I have run into misogynistic men time and time and time and time and time again. But there's a certain level in which I can no longer just remain silent. And I'm talking about these, a lot of these men are so misogynistic, right? Because the answers change from male to woman, right? If it's a woman doing it, it's not bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. You can never change. If it's a man doing it, well, uh, it's okay. He can grow. It's called growing up, uh, changing, becoming an adult, having some understanding. But see, misogynistic men, all they care about is judging women, you know. And that really stems from something within themselves. They really believe, well, I'm a man and I can do it. You're a woman, you can't. But what does the word can't mean? I mean, wow, I shouldn't have to Google this shit, y'all. But it seems like when I'm dealing with it, with these dumbass, uneducated black men who are against black women, it seems like I do, right? Can't, can't. Oh, let me do that again. Um, the word can't means can't not, of course. Let me do cannot meaning. Okay, should be ashamed. It's just it should be it's just terrible, right? Um, the word is so damn like they know that everybody should know what it means, that it's even difficult to find a definition of it. Because when I look up can, not, or can't, it just keeps telling me one is a contraction of the other, and the other one can, you know what I mean? Like, we know that if you can do something, it's something that can be done. And cannot means it's something you cannot do. It generally means something that you cannot do. But if a woman or women are doing something, just because you don't like it doesn't mean that she can't do it. And it's sad because black people, and especially in this black manosphere space, these niggas are dumb. They dumb. I'm just put it out there. Yo, I'm in my grandson's room right now. He's he's up and about. Okay, he took a nap earlier, and he slept for a long time. He's suffering with a cold, so I'm letting him wear himself out again. Anyway, he's in the back, so he can't hear me, but we can hear his pad because he refused to turn it down. He refused to turn it down. Anyway, wow, 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 wow. Like I was gonna talk about this tomorrow, but I decided why not go live now? What's wrong, man? You need something? Yeah. What you want? You want me to play with that? But I don't want to play with that, Yuki. Here you go. Oh, you want me to connect it for you? Okay. Give me a second. Oh, they don't. This is not the same type of track, man. I don't think it fit. Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay, go bye. Go back over there. Okay, good boy. Anyway, I was listening and I was thinking, damn, you know, I couldn't be married to some of these dudes, and some of these dudes y'all look up to, and I just couldn't. Some of them are smart and understanding, and they when they want to be honest, they are honest. And then there's the others. It seems like you catch them. It depends on when you catch them. Y'all ever notice that? Like I've noticed that there's some of them whom, if you catch them on a particular at a particular time, they'll keep it real. You know what I mean? Like they'll tell the truth, especially if they're going against others. So I'm noticing that some men just like being different, right? I find that a lot in when it comes to black people. We got a group of black people. They don't care if it's right or wrong. They just care that they're different. And what I mean by that is they don't care if who they follow is good, bad, or indifferent. They don't even care what they're saying. As long as they aren't like the masses of other black people, then they feel like they must be doing something right. Because they feel like black people just stupid and dumb and we're silly and foolish and uneducated and just ridiculous. And, so they don't want to be black so much that regardless of how it affects them and their lives, their family lives, they just want to be different. And sometimes some of them just want to be different in that space that they're in at the time. So if most of the men is against something, then particular men will rise to the occasion and say, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. And they may be right at that time. See, because it's not about them being right or wrong. They just want to be different. And then there might be a time where most of the men on the panel is right. And then they'll come up and say, no. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's funny because I've been trying to figure a couple of these guys out, right? But the only thing I figured out is that they just like being contrarians, right? They just want to be different. They just want to be different. It's not about them being right. It's not about them being wrong. They want to be different than others. You notice like when I'm over there chatting it up with Mr. Anton Daniels, right? And y'all notice, like I could go over there and I can chat it up. And if depending on who's on the panel, I can literally change the topic and to where we having a great conversation. Nobody's arguing with each other. We start to agree. We start to talk about real serious things. And I'm talking about, we could be talking for hours with nobody arguing, nobody calling each other their name, and everybody keeping it real. They'll literally say something different than they said 2 hours before when I wasn't up there. And it's because of groupthink. When they get in groups, a lot of these men are followers. And there's some of them over there do like I really like they're not followers at all. They don't give a shit. There's a few men over there I could call out. They keep it real pretty much no matter what. But some they won't answer. Like if they realize that their answer is gonna be different than the masses, they won't answer. They're not gonna just jump in and give their answer. Mickey, can you turn that down, man? Please. Can Mama turn it down? He said no. Legally just be turning that thing up and up. He really listen. I know my grandson is smart as all get out. Let me take this to the other room. He is so smart. Once I started talking to you all, that's when he turned that thing up, right? He before that, he wasn't doing none of this. He done turned that thing up and everything. Let me walk in the other room. Leaping. It's like he don't want his mom talking to nobody else. He just want me talking to him. Okay. Anyway, close his butt out of here. There we go. Ah, Lord. Anyway, that's some of the men like if their answer is completely different than most of the men over there, right? It could be, let's say it's I think they can hold 12 people, right? I think 6 the top, 6 at the bottom. I think that's what it is. And it could be, let's say, 2 women and all the other are men. And there'll be a couple of men up there. One in particular I'm thinking about, like he keeps it real, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but if most of the people are saying something opposite of what he believed, let's say I'm one of the women and I say something, and there's a few men who automatically want to attack because I'm a woman, first of all, and number 2, they just dumb as fuck, right? Anyway, they'll go on attack and tell me I'm wrong and da 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 da. And start talking that pookie talk. Here come legally. And legally made it open both the doors on me. Legally came in and opened both the doors on me. He's like, you don't get no privacy. Anyway, so what I'm saying, they start talking that pookie talk. There'll be one guy up there, man, and I'm telling you, he would just sit there and not say nothing. Nothing. He's like, I don't want to get involved in this. Now, if you ask him for his opinion, then he'll give it, right? But if you don't call out him by name and say, well, what do you think about this? If you don't ask him, I notice he don't say nothing. It's almost like he sit there and he's thinking, yeah, I'm not participating in this one. I'm not getting in this one. But if you say, hey, what do you think? And he'll give his honest opinion. That's some good group of people over there, but then they got the ones, man, I'm telling you, even some of the pookies I like, believe it or not, what is his name? Jay, right? I like Jay, but Jay is a damn pookie, man. If you ever met a pookie, baby, that is a goddamn pookie. And I'm talking about a real fucking pookie, right? Like, he don't like being called a pookie. He don't call himself a pookie. I don't think he even know he's a pookie. But that nigga is straight up nothing but a pookie. And what do I mean by Pookie? Well, I don't know, because they give these definitions, but based on the definition of just being street, hood, uneducated, what I mean, like formally educated, and so looking for information that he stumbled across a group of men who gave him the wrong information, and he believed it. He's also one of the people who can't be educated. For those who've been watching him long enough, I know he gonna hate if he hear this. He's not gonna like it, but I watch people tell him something, and he'll sit there and say, "Oh, I didn't know that." Like he'll sit there like he's listening, and he'll even thank you for the information and all of that. Like people explained it to him, and you know what? He'll be like, "Thank you." Yeah, he'll start thanking you for the information, blah blah blah, and say, "Now he get it," blah 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 blah, right? Everything cool, and give him an hour. Start that same topic comes up, and that nigga revert to acting like he don't know what's going on all over again. Those are the type of people you can't educate, right? Because I don't know what it is. It's like their brain resets. Like they get the information, they claim they retain the information. They may even understand the information in that moment, but as soon as another topic come up, and then they go back to the topic, he done lost all that retained information. He lost everything that he told you not but an hour ago that he understood. He goes back to what it is that he learned a long time ago. I think he has a mental issue, and it affects his short-term memory. Short-term memory is important to a degree, right? Short-term memory is important because you have to, it's something that in order to retain new information, your short-term memory have to be at least good enough where when you get the new information, you can store it until you can input it into your long-term memory. And if they have a short attention span and bad short-term memory, they have a hard time retaining the information to store it into their long-term memory bank. And that's why you can have the same conversation with Jay every time he get on the panel. You can explain it. You can, like I'm literally teaching him how to do it, and he'll be able to do it, right? After you teach him, and he'll actually have the information. But as soon as another topic comes up, and it might be just somebody come up and say something, we all laugh at it, right? Talk about it for a little while, giggle a little bit, and then go right back to the topic. Jay has lost everything that he just learned. So my short-term memory is what I wouldn't call it bad, but it's not. I've always had issues with my short-term memory. And so what does that mean? Yeah, if you tell me your name now, and if I don't really pay attention to you, and I know how to store things in my long-term memory, right? So when I'm listening, y'all may notice this about me. I can be listening. I'm listening to you well. Yes, I'm listening to you. But while I'm listening, I'm processing and I'm deciding what is important, what isn't. right? What is important? What isn't? That's why y'all notice that somebody may have done something and y'all have to remind me that they did something, right? Even the next panel, you know why? Sometimes even the same panel. That is because when somebody did something and I determined that it wasn't even fucking important, nobody give a shit, I don't give a shit, I literally don't store it, right? It is in my short-term memory. My short-term memory is short-lived. And that's why I learned a long time ago that because my short-term memory is short-lived, I have to determine what is important right then and there. You tell me your name, and you tell me your goddamn name, and if I don't think we're gonna see each other again and shit like that, or I don't really care like that, you know, because we're not gonna really be friends. It's not gonna be, you know what I mean? Um, you tell me your name. Most of the time, I'm not. No, I don't care. I remember faces. Faces go in my long-term memory, right? Because I'm visual. I'm a visual learner. So that type of stuff go right into my long-term memory bank. You give me your name, and I'll be like, that's nice to know. Um, soon as I turn my back away from you, we start talking, and you ask me what your name is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know it. I don't remember it. Okay. Now, if I like you enough and you tell me your name, though, and I have to like you after, it's not that as soon as I meet you, of course I don't like you. I don't even fucking know you. But once I get to like you and you tell me your name, though, then I feel like, okay, I like this person. And I will store your name in my long-term memory bank. That's how this shit works. We all have long-term, short-term memories. Um, the short-term memory is that's where this new data comes in. The new data comes in, is in your short-term memory. Some people have great memories because they're taking everything and they're storing it directly into long-term memory. They can they can remember every fucking thing. Most of us aren't like that though, unless you teach yourself to be like that. You can literally teach yourself to remember everything. You just got to figure out how to do that. Okay, everybody does it differently. Um, I will remember people names. If I remember your name, like I mean remember your name, it's because when you gave it to me or when I saw it, I can relate it to somebody I know. Like for instance, the guy named Emmanuel over there. I'll never forget his name because his name is the same as my dad's name, my brother's name. So as soon as I saw his name, I was like, oh, and I'll never forget his name. Okay, there's some of you. When you tell me your real names, and if it's somebody in my family, I remember it right away. It goes because I associate it with something or someone, and that's how I am remembering information. If I uh, go and search something, right, where I go and read into it, right as I'm reading, I'm putting it in my long-term memory, right? I'm putting it in my long-term memory. If I don't do that most of the time, uh, if it's not important to me, I'm not gonna remember that shit. So listen, some of us have good memories. Some of us have great long-term memories. Most of us should have great long-term memories. Long-term memory means it is something that's in your that you will remember, right? It's been told to you, whether it was told to you a lot or over a long period of time, or however it got there, that's where it's stored. You'll never forget your name, probably never forget your address. depending on how long you've been living there, of course, and your phone number. I remember a phone number that one of my aunts had. I haven't called that number in damn near 30 years. She's had that phone number all my life. And, and I haven't used it in 30 years. So I guess I was a little shocked when I decided to call. I was out because I called the cell phone and nobody was answering. I said, let me call the house number. Let me see if they even still have this house number. And they still have the house number, right? They've had that house number for over 50 years. But because when I was a kid, like I knew the number by heart, I know the number. It took me a while to learn my cell phone number. I only know one of my husband's cell phone numbers. I don't know my children's numbers at all. I don't know. If I had to call my sons and their number wasn't stored in my phone, I would be shit out of luck. In fact, that has happened. I was locked outside, left my keys inside. I left my keys inside, went out the door. I locked the door, right? And I left my cell phone inside also. Like I forgot exactly what happened, but I went outside. I didn't have my purse or nothing with me. I think I went out there and started talking to the neighbor, and I didn't realize I locked the door. But anyway, I'm realizing like, oh shit, I'm locked out. So I don't have no phone. So I go next door and I asked the neighbor, can I use the phone? And she gave me a phone and I'm like, oh shit, I can't even call my son who's in the house to come downstairs to unlock the door because I don't have his number. I don't know his cell phone number. He's not going to answer the house phone. Nobody answers the house phone but me. And I don't answer the shit. Okay. And so I had to call my husband, have him call my son to open the goddamn door. Now, I'm quite sure that's not abnormal these days because most of us, we don't even take the time to remember phone numbers. I had my cell phone number for 10 years before I decided to remember my phone number. I mean, how many times you call yourself? And one day, I decided, I got tired of telling people I don't know my number, I don't know my number. And so I sat down, I looked at the number, and within 5 minutes, I know the number. Okay. And so I haven't forgotten it yet, but I know how to store things in my long-term memory. But back to the story at hand, okay? Back to the story at hand. Talk about these misogynistic ass niggas, okay? I don't know, yo. Like, I'm wondering, sometimes I wonder, is this a new generation of man? Or you gonna break the tablet? Okay, look, he gave me. He gonna break. I'm trying to give him that medicine, y'all. I put it in the bottle. Oh, I don't want to hear me. But that boy is smart. Anyway, um, yeah, I was wondering, like, have the men changed that much? Or is this just a level of man that I didn't never get to meet? Like, was my dad anything like these niggas? Was my uncles anything like these niggas? Remember, like I always admit, when you're a kid, there's a version of your mother, your father, your aunts, and people that you don't know on a certain level. That's because they kept children in children's place. Um, but I don't ever remember my dad making it seem like, like these men could be doing this, that, and the third, and they it's okay. Now I'm not talking about the regular normal misogynistic shit that used to, that still in a sense exists. I'm not talking about that. That's some everyday nonsense, right? Where a man thinks that he's stronger than you just simply because he's a man. When that's not factual. That's some fuck shit. They got a lot of weak ass niggas. Most of these niggas who talk about being strong, those are the weakest of the weak. The only reason they even saying that I'm stronger than you because I'm a male is because that's what they have to think in their mind. Because see, the men who are in the gym, they're not walking around talking about I'm stronger than you, ma'am. I'm stronger than you just because I'm a man. No, he know he's stronger than most unfit people who don't go to the gym and shit like that. He ain't announcing that I'm stronger than anybody. He's not really concerned about none of that. It's the ones who don't take care of themselves, but they need to feel like they're stronger than somebody out there. So they've decided that it's the woman. But they got a lot of women who take care of themselves. Got a lot of women who are in the gym lifting weight, and they can lift that dead weight as well. And especially these weak ass niggas who are video game players. You niggas, the strongest thing on you is your thumb, nigga. From pressing the motherfucking buttons on that PlayStation or that Xbox goddamn controller. You ain't got no muscle tone, nigga. Talking about, well, I'm automatically stronger than a woman. No, you're not. Y'all need to learn biology. You men got that stronger upper strength. With women though, we got stronger bottom strength in our legs and shit. And that's not everybody either, right? That's not everybody. The lies that y'all say, the things y'all speak, I can tell y'all never taken a biology class. And even if you had, you don't remember it. It didn't go in your long-term memory, nigga. You probably didn't want to hear it. Some of y'all got your ass whipped by a woman. Ladies, y'all do know, and in case y'all didn't know this, if you ever take self-defense classes, you notice they tell us our strongest point is in our legs. They want you to get down and use your legs as much as possible. That's where when you're fighting against a man, they tell you your legs is where you're gonna have the advantage. They teach you how to hit and get him and get down to where you can use your legs. Okay, this nonsense these niggas talk about is ridiculous. Anyway, so back to the topic at hand, though. I'm listening to them over there, and wow, like they're talking about women being born again virgins. And I think they termed it as reborn virgins or something like that. There is a such thing as born again virgins. I have heard males use that term as well, although they said, or someone said, that they only heard that with women. That's not true. That birth of being reborn a virgin is more of a Christian thing. That has something to do with Christianity, where it's about not only reinventing yourself, yes, but reinventing yourself in the eyes of Christ. You now are admitting to be Christ-like, where you wasn't before, and now you are. And you're going to move as such. You're going to move like a Christian based on what that means, depending on which religion we're talking about. So see how they've taken something that means one thing and they twisted it to mean something else. And they think that those who would consider themselves born again Christians, they assume just because they don't know what the fuck it means, they assume that the women or men who use the term doesn't know what it means. The only person who don't know what that shit means is those men who are speaking about it over there. A born again virgin, right, is in sense, especially with men and women, right, where they realize that through the biblical word that they were supposed to remain pure up until a certain time, which is usually marriage. That's for both the woman and the man, by the way. Okay? And so if they're gonna walk with Christ, they have to do certain things that they can do, and then they become born again virgins. It has nothing to do with them having sex and then just wanting to wipe out all their misdeeds. Okay? We know, everybody know those who believe in God or even not, but you know that if there is a God, for those who believe it or don't, that God knows all. Huh? What's wrong, man? What's wrong? You don't want that? What's wrong? You don't like it? Okay. You good? You want some juice? Huh? You want some juice? Yes. Okay, where you cup at? What you do? Oh, here goes the cup. Huh? No? Okay. Well, you told me you wanted it. What's wrong? Oh, you want me to open that for you? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay, you good? You good? You want me to turn the TV up? No, you don't need no TV up. You playing with your tablet. Okay. Hey, y'all. Let me go back in here. Anyway, am I still defining the word can't? Man, I just can't. See, when the word, they say, oh, women can't do this, they can't do that. Nigga, anything that we doing, if we did it or doing it, that apparently that means we can't do it. What you mean is that you don't want us to do it or that we shouldn't be doing it. You would prefer we don't do it. But the word can't doesn't apply. If I'm actually driving a car and you tell me that I can't drive the car, but I'm driving the car, once again, then the word can't is not the appropriate word. You probably mean that I shouldn't. Okay? It's not that I can't. But in your mind, you literally mean that we can't while you see us doing it. It's getting real sickening in this space. Like before I found that they were live, I was listening to another channel and I'm listening to the nonsense these men speak, and it gets tiring. And what's sad is that, I don't give a shit about the 2 or 3 people or even 12 people on the panel. They can be as ridiculous and fucked up as they want. I started paying attention to the chat. And when I see that most of the young men, there's some sprinkled in men who are telling the truth and calling and questioning certain things. it's not enough for them to give me hope. I'm starting to lose hope. Right? I'm starting to realize that our community is fucked up, and it's not due to anything that we've done in the past. It's what these fucked up niggas are doing currently here on YouTube. Now, the only thing that gets me back in the right state of mind is when I realize, hey, Bomb, this is just YouTube. This is just YouTube. It's not that bad. You know, these are just these fucked up little niggas here on YouTube. Wow, man. And then wow. And then I think there's hope and again, but then I realized, nah, y'all, some of these fools are literally starting to take over in our communities. Now the good thing though, like Kevin Samuels, for instance, right? Y'all not gonna believe this shit. I'm telling you, I started having a conversation with somebody who knew who Kevin Samuels was. I'm not gonna tell you what it's called is about it, but I'm gonna tell you that it was nobody I knew, right? And I just mentioned the name, and they were like, "Yep, I know it." Now the good thing is that, and this has happened several times with both men and women, right? That means he's becoming known besides here on YouTube, or there's more people starting to come to YouTube who's finding the space, right? The good thing is that maybe about, I'm gonna say in the last 6 months, I've come across like 10 people through phone calls and shit like that, right? 10 people who knew who he was. I think all 10 of them, if I think about it, all 10 of them was thinking, what an idiot. You know what I mean? The men and the women, like, what an idiot. Well, everybody want to know, well, why are the women even calling him? Like, he's a psychiatrist. But then again, the people who I was talking to was educated people, business people. You know, I'm talking to them on the phone, handling business, and the conversation of him come up one way or the other, right? And they're like, yeah, I'm on Facebook, Facebook, and they're over there clowning his ass. At first, he had a lot of supporters, and now he's being clowned. He always was being clowned anyway. There was always a group of men, real men, who was like, what in the hell? But there was young men who was thinking, oh, he's saying things I've never heard before. Wow, that's the shit that the men were saying. You're right. Like they all, ooh, Kevin saying things that I never heard nobody say before. Yeah, I'm quite sure most people are saying something that you may have not heard before. That don't mean it's right. They're like, oh, well, remember that guy who came up on the panel a couple of days ago? And his ass was talking about, well, you know, if a man in Texas and a man in California and there's a man in Chicago, that's that shit I've heard from Angry Man and the rest of these lame ass niggas say this stupid shit. Well, it must be true then. No, it just means that y'all goofies, right? There's goofy people all over this motherfucking nation. Dumb niggas all over. That's all it means. And that y'all niggas is desperate for some motherfucking conversation. Y'all finally found a spot that you could come together and cry on each other's shoulders. Oh my God, I'm just so happy. Look, that was literally done on Mr. What's his name, y'all? Mr. Fantastic's channel about a year ago. Them niggas was on a panel and a nigga started crying, yo, talking about how happy he was that he found a group of men. Like, nigga, where is your daddy? Because he should be kicking your ass right now. This group of niggas on this shit, embarrassing the whole black community. Y'all embarrassing to the whole black community as a whole. In fact, y'all embarrassing to the whole male race. Just to the whole male race, y'all niggas is embarrassing. That I know why those white men kicked y'all asses out. And you should listen to what the fuck happened. You lame ass niggas who just found this space in the last year or two since the pandemic. You need to know the history behind this thing that you follow called the Black Manosphere. You need to know the history. Because your ass was so fucked up that white men said, no, we don't want to be with them no more. We don't have this. They didn't want to be around a group of niggas crying about women constantly. The white men got problems with their women too. You will never know it though, because they not talking about it every goddamn day, all day, sitting on panels hours at a time, talking about, ooh, I gotta pay child support. I'm the daddy. Yes, I'm the daddy, but I don't want to be the daddy. I didn't want to be the daddy, even though I did with men who become daddies too. And I didn't do with men who don't want to be daddies. I didn't do what they do, like protect myself. But she got pregnant, and then I had no say. I had nothing to say about it. It's her body, her choice. Her body, her choice. And no matter what she does, these niggas was mad, right? They was talking about, oh, black women having the most abortions. And at the same time, they crying about the one who wouldn't abort his. She made me be a daddy. I didn't want to be a daddy. She made me be a daddy. I wasn't ready. I wasn't qualified. Ladies, it's time for us to pull away from these niggas, man. Take your, listen, but control your womb. Control your vaginas. Okay? It's time to go. I'm thinking it's time to go outside of this community. And some of these, I get why some of these women divested, man. This shit's ridiculous. Have y'all listened? I don't think some of you men, see, you men don't take it as serious. Y'all can listen, and then some of y'all are smart, and you kind of know that it's ridiculous to a degree. You're able to listen to it and laugh it off and go to your ass to sleep at night, right? Because nobody talking about you constantly, right? Everywhere you look on YouTube, there isn't a whole group of black women tearing you down. And y'all know that shit. And where there are these women, right? You don't even have to go over there. But almost everywhere in the black space here on YouTube, there's some niggas tearing black women down. Droves of them. I could be over here talking about something positive and shit, had nothing to do with the Black Manosphere, and niggas will come up here to talk about something a woman did or didn't do. Just because I want to beat up on women, they tell me that I'm What I'm doing, I'm supporting the women who doing bad things. And I'm like, what's the bad thing? They're not taking responsibility. Well, what woman should I be attacking? Yo mama, nigga. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm welcoming any of you niggas to call your mama. Come up here, tell me that you about to call your mama and you want me to put her in a place. And I will do it. Come up here, call your mama, and tell us all what she listening, what she did or didn't do. I promise you. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, nigga, I'll talk to your mama. I'll talk to your mama. But other than that, nigga, I ain't talking to nobody else that you want me to talk to because you ain't got nobody you really want me to talk to. You can't call a woman you ain't never had no association with, but you want me to hold her responsible for what? She ain't do you nothing except not give you no play. She ain't give you the time of day. She don't even know you exist. That's what you're really mad at. But why would I, what I'm supposed to make her see you, nigga? You invisible ass nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't even see you, bitch. Your ass so weak, walking around with your head down. You walking, listen, we see people in the disabled community before we see some of you lame ass niggas. Nobody ass nigga. You want me to hold somebody accountable? Call your motherfucking mama. But after you finish calling her, and I get on her, call your motherfucking daddy. So I can tell that nigga what he didn't do for your ass. You not man enough to do it, you bitch. Wham. My mama, it's my mama's fault because she chose my daddy. She the one who chose him. I'm like, but your daddy is the one who left you. But she the one who chose him. Like, nigga, do you understand that if she hadn't chosen him, you wouldn't be here? There is no doubt about that, no question about that. You wouldn't be you if your mama and your daddy hadn't gotten together. When they got together, the same day, at the same time, same two people. Any change in that, nigga, you wouldn't be you. Y'all niggas is lame as fuck. Well, my mama shouldn't have chose my daddy. It ain't my daddy's fault. You women, you hold the key to the gateway of the sex. And we hold the key to the gateway of marriage. And that lame ass, non-married ass nigga who only have sex, look like he only have sex with men, told you some shit and you think that shit makes sense. And even when I tell you that makes no motherfucker sense. Right now, if a woman you not interested in no way, if she came over there to say, here it is, come and get it, and your ass is not wanting it, then how is she controlling anything dealing with sex? She can't take it from you. There ain't no law that says a woman can, as soon as she pick a man, he gotta have sex with her. So how are we controlling anything? Everybody controls themselves. You control your body and I control mine. Just because I want you don't mean you want me. Just because you want me, nigga, don't mean I want you. This nonsense about the man controlling this and the woman controlling that is some fuck shit. Because if I wanted to get married to my husband, but he didn't ask me, you know, I could have asked him. I could have hinted to him that I wanted marriage. I could have said, look, if we're not getting married, then it's time for us to end this. Because this shit don't seem to be going nowhere. And he could have made a decision to marry me at that time. Well, who controlled that? So there's no such thing as a man controls this. The only way a man controls is if everybody agreed that nobody is to get married until a man asks a woman. But since the beginning of time, there have been women making decisions on who she want to marry and when she want to marry. Right? Now, there was periods where the men, right, here in the U.S., the men control. Women ain't had no choice. They got other religions that follow certain religions. The women don't have no say. And the only people who think that those are happy unions is you niggas. But have you ever looked in those countries with those women who follow those religions? Did you ever look at the motherfucking, not only the murder rate, but most importantly, the suicide rate? Women are literally killing themselves. And if they don't follow their father's instructions in who to marry, then the fathers are killing their daughters. That's why the murder rate is high, and that's why the suicide rate is high. Women are trying to run from countries just so they don't have to get married to somebody they don't know. Because since before they were born, they was already promised to some other family. And that shit don't sound good to nobody. Only you dumbass niggas and you raggedy ass bitches who think, yeah, that sounds great. What you mean, you raggedy ass bitches? For all that, how about you just take my instructions? I'll tell you who to marry. Are you saying you're gonna follow me? Because I could find a dude who will fucking marry you. I promise you this. Some of you women who want you, if you just need somebody to marry, then holler at your girl. Because I got a whole shitload of men who would love to get married. They'll marry you. If you don't give a fuck about nothing except you want to get married, you know, like they did back then, right? But you ain't gonna get what type of men you got back then. These men ain't got no sense of no motherfucking responsibility. These niggas, some of these niggas not even looking for no real marriage. They looking for in-house pussy. So if you're looking for in-house dick, which is nothing wrong with it, but you might still have to go to work. In fact, you might have to do all the supporting of these lazy, low down, no good ass niggas who lying about having jobs and shit. Talking about I'm a high value man. Yeah, you are high value. High value. If shit was valuable, you would surely be high value. If lies were valuable, you sure would be one of the most highest esteemed and richest man alive. Other than that, nigga, point out to me some wealthy men who stuck on YouTube. Fuck out of here. Are you serious? Y'all believe a dude who every time we saw his background was all fucked up over there right now in the setup? Y'all think that's a high value man set up over there? A desk, a cheap desk, a glass fucking desk. One of the cheapest. Go to Amazon and look how much the fucking desk costs. He got all that money. He's so high value. Well, shit, he should have a whole office. It should be a come up like we see Tasha K come up. She got a whole production crew over there. Whole building where people can come and she can interview them. Baby, that is high motherfucker. That's a production over there. That's a production. Okay? But for some reason in our community, we like to be lied to. We will pay motherfuckers to lie to us, and y'all are okay with that. Y'all do not value truth. Y'all do not value people who can even prove what to say. You only value people who will lie to you, and that is the truth. And even the people who lie to you will tell you this to make it seem like they aren't the motherfuckers lying to you. They act like they're not the ones lying to you. And you can find a long list of his motherfucking lies. And so what I say when I look at certain men who follow him, right? I look back and say, whoa, why would men who truly do what they claim they do, why would they follow this man who all you got to do is background check to see that he's a scam artist? Why would straight up businessmen for real follow a scam artist? You wouldn't. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want your name associated with that person. You might not talk negatively about that person, but you really wouldn't support that motherfucker neither. So that's when you start piecing this shit together. The dudes, look at the dudes who support that nigga. Look at the majority of them. They ain't shit. And why would the millionaires, the ones who really supposed to be shit, why would they hang out with men who ain't shit? And it makes me wonder why something ain't right here. You know, it just seems to be too. It's just too unrealistic. Okay, it's too unrealistic. Now getting back on this misogynistic ass shit that I was hearing, it becomes a lot to listen, thinking you're gonna listen to a group of men, and then they just full of shit. It's weird. And then what they do though, the thing that really is discouraging is when the women get attacked, you know, about her sexuality. Ask a question: Can a person change? The fuck? Some of them niggas admitted that when they was younger, they were selling drugs, doing drugs, partying, drinking, until they got their mind right. Right? They got their mind right, and then they've been doing good ever since. They themselves have is proof that a person can change. But see, when they talk to a woman, though, they talk about, wait a minute, can a woman, is she a hoe? Can she change? But what the fuck is a hoe? Because if you're talking about a woman who sells her body, and I'm talking about sells her body to somebody for sex, like on a stroll or some shit like that, can she change? Well, the answer is clear, yes. Somebody gave an answer. They mentioned Kim K. Prime example. You know what them niggas then started talking about? She ain't black. Oh, I know. Oh, wait a minute. So now black people, we're not humans. We a different breed of what? So if you ask, can people change? And then they give you a definition of somebody who changed, and then you scream, well, she ain't black. What the fuck happened? So white people can change and black people can't? Is that what we doing? When I heard that, when I had to start this live, y'all, I was like, okay, whoa. Then it's like, can a woman be on OnlyFans and change? Yes, a woman could be on OnlyFans and change. Just like the niggas who on OnlyFans could change. Just like the men, right, who was busting it down on chatterbait with other niggas. And they change. You niggas been following niggas who been getting their booty ate out on camera for a while. You niggas don't even know. You don't know. You niggas follow men who claim to be players, claim to write books and shit. You niggas follow all kinds of fraudulent ass niggas, right? And you don't care if they change. And in fact, you don't want them to change. You want them to continue to defraud you, lie to you. You want to continue giving them your money because they ain't taking shit from you. You're giving it to them. You niggas want, and listen, the men who give other men those type of money, them niggas is hitting on them niggas. That's almost like me. And if I want the attention of somebody, right? Let's say, let me see somebody I would be interested in. Let's say it was Drake, and Drake was over there on his Instagram, right? And Drake went live, and I was thinking, damn, I want Drake to say my name. I want Drake to see me, and I send Drake $200 motherfucking dollars. That's what that would be. See, women, we got other various ways of doing that. See, I know if I have a sexy photo up, that I'm gonna get the attention. You men looking for, you look at the photos to see who it is talking. Right? I could go, there's a many motherfucking people I'm friends with simply because of my photo. Simply because of my photo. Okay? But for men though, when you want the attention, you hit us up in DMs with money. You hit us up in DMs with the promise of money, or you will send us a D pic. That shit don't work most of the time. You already know that. Okay, that's when I know that's a pro boy move right there. Some dude who think his dick pic gonna work. That shit don't work with nobody. That's a losing battle. Okay, the fuck. All these goddamn dicks out here and these dick pics we could get. You think you gonna get some attention because of dick pic? I could go and show you where I got hundreds of dick pics. Listen, I haven't even signed on to Instagram in months. But I keep getting notifications of somebody DMing me. I don't even know how to get DMs unless I'm signed in. And it comes across right then and there, and then I click it quick enough before it disappears, and it takes me into that area, and then I look and see all those damn messages from all those goddamn people. Okay, I don't have no problem with getting DMs because you know what? Because I don't read them. I just don't even pay attention to them. But yeah. So anyway, you busted down ass niggas showing your penis on MySpace. Like I've been all over this internet shit. I could go far back to MySpace and even farther than that, Black Planet, Black Voices, and so forth. There's always been some dude pulling on his penis. So can he change? You think in all these years, you think he was able to find him a wife, get married, find a woman, get married, and have some children? Oh, but he's a man, though. So we can't mention Kim K because she's white. And we can't mention men because you're men. So I guess you really not looking for an answer. All you want to do is tear down black women. Now, I tell you what. I would help y'all tear down black women when you tell me one motherfucking thing that black women do that nobody else does. When you give me that motherfucking answer, I'll take the whole rest of 2022 dragging motherfucking women. I don't want to hear no shit about, but I don't care about them though. Cause see, if another race of people are doing it, then why the fuck are you on here talking about what black women do? You can't even tell me much about what just women do. Because I'll be able to find you some niggas, some black men, and men, period, that does it. You want to talk about, well, women wear dresses, and I could show you a whole group of men wearing dresses. Women wear heels. Well, I'm going to show you, well, I could show you straight and gay men who wear heels. We call them lifts. Heels inside the shoe. Right? So I will be your motherfucking puppet for the whole 2022. Well, we just in March. That means we got March, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We got 10 motherfucking months of me just dragging black women. If you find and show me one thing that black women are doing that is so bad that only we are doing it. Only black women are doing it. So if you show me one thing that only we are doing, you understand what I'm saying? You want to talk about weave? Well, we're not the only ones doing it. We wasn't even the first. You want to talk about wigs? We're not the only ones that do it, and we wasn't even the first. What else you want to talk about? Want to talk about us and our weight? Well, we're not the only one who's doing it, and we wasn't even the first in that too. What else you want to talk about? Darkening of our skin, lightening of our skin. Like, give it to me. Because you can't. Now, for those who want me, I'm going to offer another one, right? If you want me to drag these women, I'll do it for, let's give it a month. If you come up here, call your mama and your daddy, nigga. In fact, if you call both of them, I'll give you 2 months. But if you call one, your mama and your motherfucking daddy, I need you to do it on this panel. We could set it up, or you could just pop the fuck up when I'm live one day and say, hey, I need you to talk and help me hold my mama responsible. And just yes, I promise you, I'm ready on the spot, bitch. I'm ready. Call your mama, and what we're gonna have you do is you're gonna call her. You're gonna say, hey, mom, this is what you've done to me and my siblings, if you have any, and I find that to be wrong. I need you to listen to her, right? Listen to her. Tell her everything you say she's done that was wrong. We're going to listen to what she has to say, and then I'm going to commence to dragging that bitch. Like you want me to do. I'm going to hold her accountable. And when you do that for your mother, then I'm going to take 30 days dragging other black women. I'm going to be on your side for them 30 days. And then, though, if you want me for 60 days, I'm going to need you after we drag your mama, nigga. Then I want you to call your motherfucking daddy. Call your daddy. I got questions for him. I'm going to drag his ass, and then you're going to have me for 60 days. You need me, man? Huh? Good? Okay. But if you can't do that, you niggas who want somebody to drag somebody, shut the whole fuck up. Otherwise, you can bring your ass up and get dragged. You lame ass, nobody having ass niggas, you're mad and sad because you don't have nobody. Well, that ain't my fault. That is not these black women's fault neither. If you ain't shit and they could tell you ain't shit, Or you ain't nothing but full of shit and they can smell that you full of shit. Or if you don't know how to open your mouth, you ain't never heard, you ain't never hear that if you don't open your mouth, then who gonna know that you hungry? If you ain't gonna inform anybody that you interested, you niggas, that's what y'all want. Y'all want the women to be the niggas. While you calling us masculine, you really want us to be masculine. You want us to choose you, come to you and break you out of your shell. You want to be the lame duck. You want to be the one who, like in these movies, you quiet and shit. And some cheerleader decides, oh, through all that lameness, you actually could be my boyfriend. That's some bullshit in the movies. Okay? Why would a woman want a man who can't even speak up for himself? If you can't speak up for yourself, we damn well know you ain't gonna speak up on our behalf. There's no protection in a nigga who scared of his own shadow. Nigga, you jumping every time you see your own shadow. Ooh, who's that? And you look and you realize it's just you, nigga. You bum bitch. Talking about if she make more money than me, then I'm not interested in her. You know why you ain't interested in her? Because you think that she wouldn't be interested in you, which she may not be. Why would a woman making good money want to be with a lame ass nigga who's scared of his shadow, too scared to get a good job, right? And on top of that, even if you got a decent job, you too scared to go and get a raise, nigga. You're not a go-getter. You're a bum. You're a bum with a job. And you deserve to be alone, nigga. And most of y'all gonna die alone. Bum ass, bitch ass niggas. You niggas is lame. Oh, well, I don't think people change. All they do is hide. I mean, all the while you niggas are talking about how you used to be drug dealers. Which I don't even believe that to save my life. If most of you niggas were drug dealers, you niggas would be dead. You niggas are scared of your shadows. You scared of police. You scared of everybody, nigga. You scared of women, nigga. We know you ain't sell no drugs. The problem is you might be on some drugs, though. Thinking that you was a drug dealer, nigga. All you was a slurp sucking animal. I'm a slurp sucking animal. That's all you was. Drinking that slurp. You know what I mean? That's all you was doing. You wasn't selling shit, nigga. You don't even know how to approach nobody to sell them anything. Let alone if somebody walked up to you. If they got a shadow, then everybody, ooh, Lord. If you scared of your shadow, right? You're gonna be scared of them. And of course, they come with a shadow too. Your ass is really, your ass is really running your ass home. Oh shit. It was two of them. Oh no, two of them. I'm like, dude, you supposed to be on the corner and making that money. No, sir. It was two of them. And they were like, that dude, you're like, nah, bro, that was just one. Like, no, I saw him. Saw him at the corner of my eye. It was two of them. One of them was a little darker, and I could see him on the ground. There, they wasn't in 3D. That was in like, yeah. Listen, one of them was in 3D, and the other one was flat on the ground, as brown and gray as they could be. And dude was like, dude, are you serious? And you were like, well, actually, in fact, I thought I saw three of them for real. Be like, dude, what are you talking about? It was three of them, because to my right, there was another one, and he was flat on the ground too, just flat on the motherfucking ground. Like, dude, that was your shadow. And on the other side of you was the other dude's shadow. And the other dude. God damn, my phone ringing. Hold up. Hello? 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 Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh. Well, I don't need my from oh. Oh, oh. Hey, Daddy. I'm not sure what's going on my iPad. There's no sound. People can't hear me. Um. Anyway, I'm about to figure that out. I was just on the phone with Apple yesterday, and we reset it. But now I forgot to mention I don't have sound. Actually, I don't have sound with neither one of my iPads. Sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna come and look at the chat because I'm not staying on here much longer. Um, I'm not tired, but I'm trying to decide. I have a long weekend of sewing to do. I have a couple of orders for some shirts, and I'm about to sew up a, a trash can for cars. Somebody ordered that, so I gotta see what it come out look like. I'll do a sample first, and if they like it, then I'll do one for them. But anyway, let me come and check. Listen, I don't know what's going on with you young people. It's not even, and it was weird, is that the most fucked up of y'all not even young. Y'all niggas in y'all like late 30s, uh, late 30s and up. And I know you think you young, but if you just look back at you, you will see a whole lot of motherfucking 20-year-olds. It's sad, huh? Isn't it sad? It's really sad that when you was 20, you was able to call somebody old. And now you got 20-year-olds telling you that you are dumb as fuck. These zennials are running circles around a lot of you millennials, and I can understand why. Because y'all niggas on here, it's like the pendulum has swung way too far to one side, right? Maybe with the exes, right? Those of us who are a little more independent, the women was like, hey, we still was getting married and shit, but it wasn't working out because of the independence. Some of the men couldn't handle it, right? Or you needed two income families to survive, right? And so then the millennials, y'all come about and y'all think y'all have all the motherfucking answers, but y'all decide y'all got all the answers and you ain't got shit. You literally ain't got shit. Okay? Your older millennials is the ones who fucked you up, because the younger millennials, they started to see the light. They were like, wait a minute. Right? Why should I have to do this? Why should I have to do that? You older millennials are fucked up. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're fucked. Okay? Um, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. You want to talk about the ones who say I don't need a man? Well, that's the group you're gonna find them in. You're also gonna find them to be the ones who gonna be claiming, that black women ain't shit. Like, because I'm just saying, they've gotten at a certain age where they think now they can judge other younger women. Okay, which means that makes them ain't shit. It's weird when women of an older generation start beating up on women of a younger generation. What's weird about it is when they were doing the same thing the women are doing. It's different if it was some woman and she was never, like she had her shit together, and her shit was together the whole time. She was just trying to figure things out. And then she reaches back and she says, hey, you women got to stop doing this, that, and third. But it's something different when the woman who reaches back to smack y'all, when she literally was doing the same thing y'all doing. See, because even if, now some people say, well, she's the best one to slap back. No, I'm like, she's the best one to be able to reach back and give a helping hand, not a pimp smack. That's a difference. That's a difference in reaching back to share some stories and help young women. And it's a different thing than to swing back, to smack them in their mouth and tell them that Kevin Samuels is right. That's not the same thing. But some people think they helping. Apparently you might be older, but you're not more mature. You haven't learned a motherfucking thing. If you think beating up on people is what helps them, beating up on people is what they used to do to correct people by force. Almost like, you don't do this, then I'm gonna hurt you. We got these little bitches and these lame ass niggas up here, and they're literally saying, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you, you deserve to be hurt. And then at the same time, they're talking about, but we need to do this to better the community. They sound like fucking fools, to be honest. Right? These are the people who probably beat their motherfucking children, and at the same time, when their children grow up and say, you was abusing me, they gonna act like, well, I did it out of love. Listen, these are the motherfucking people really who are the problem. Like I said, they're the motherfucking problem. They're not trying to come up with a solution for real, right? They just want to be different. That's what they want to be. And they still as dumb as they were when they were younger. Only difference is that, remember, I mentioned just because somebody got older doesn't mean that they should be your elder. I mentioned that shit. I said, you got dumb niggas and bitches who were dumb when they were young. And them bitches and these niggas are still the same, even though they just gotten older. And that's facts. Don't believe just because somebody gotten older that they've gotten wiser. That is not true. Wisdom, wisdom comes with education. And I'm not talking about formal education. I'm talking about just life experience, life education, learning from your mistakes, learning how, if you don't want other people to follow your mistakes, you kind of educate them on it. We learned that hiding shit from people, that doesn't help them. But you know what else doesn't help them? Beating off on them. We learned that too, right? See, these dumbass bitches don't know no better though. And these dumbass niggas, well, they not trying to help no community. Only a dumb bitch will believe that the black manosphere is out here trying to help the community. You gotta be a fucking fool to believe that for one moment. You really think these niggas are up here trying to help? Just listen to them. Fuck the community. Fuck them children. These lame ass bitches be saying the same motherfucking thing. And all I got to say is that fuck them children, you mean fuck your children. Cause ain't nobody gonna be fucking over my grandson or my children, bitch. Y'all dumb as fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this bitch. My son about to come in, and I'm in his room right now. let me go. Maybe I go in my room, but maybe I go downstairs. Hold up. Give me a second. You good? Yeah, something wrong with my sound. He's good. But I'm what? What's wrong with it? So what do you think? I put the things on it, and where? Shit, I know. You know what that is? Oh, I know. That's that mess. Yeah, you said you gave it to him, and did I give it too much? Yeah. Just wanted the thing. Well, why is it pink? Yeah, it's white milk and pink. No, but what, is that how it was? Yeah, that's why I doesn't drink it. I told you can't put the milk on the milk. I said that. Oh, would you tell me that? No. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't put it in the milk. If you see the pink, then you know there's something different. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, you put drink. No, that's why I gotta be in the juice cup. You can't see. Is it that one right there? Because that was some juice already made, but that was from yesterday. No, the one from yesterday. This is. That's what you percent. Because my school. Oh, you put it in? That's not the one I did, because remember the one I did was small amount. Yeah, because mine didn't have much in it. And plus, I didn't have that kind. I put the one downstairs to check it. Yeah, we get it meatballs. You want a baba? You want baba, LaPeef? He did sleep for a while. How long? For a while. He slept for a couple hours, huh? When I left? Yeah. But he'd be sleeping once you give him his medicine. He been up? See how long he's been up. He's been up since I don't know, I think it was 8. The time he woke up about 8. 8. Yeah, he slept for a while. That, but it was that stuff. But he slept good. You always slept on it. Huh? He probably sleeping from like 3 to 8. Only 3? Probably sleep around like 3 to 4. Okay, yeah, about 8. Well, he's waking up on 8 to 1. Like maybe he's suffering from his cold, so okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I think I am gonna go downstairs and maybe cut some fabric and finish talking. Let me look at the chat though. I never looked the whole time I was talking. I'm rambling, but listen. I put this. I would love to talk to some of y'all lame ass niggas and y'all mamas. I have like I really. I will do it however you tell me to do. You want me to handle with kids' gloves at first? I will. But I will tell you that I'm gonna ask questions though, right? You I wanna know, like, do she know that you despise her, that you kind of hate her, or that you're angry? Maybe you don't hate her. That you're so angry that you will get on the internet and talk about your mamas, and you want to push your anger or hatred of your mama on other women. And see, women, I don't know who taught you, but women ain't allowing it. You niggas will get fucked up. Y'all better stop. Y'all lame. Y'all really think you stronger? That's why you be talking about I'm stronger than you. The ones who tell us that they stronger than us, they would hurt us if it wasn't for other men. Ladies, beware of those men. Okay? Beware of them. Why? Because them niggas is pieces of shit. Okay? They admit that the only reason they not gonna hurt you is because they scared of other niggas. But other than that, though, because you a woman and you're less strong, he would whip your ass. He want to beat you up because you weaker than him. See? But see, if you even look like you strong as he is, his ass gonna do the same thing he gonna do when a nigga comes. Nothing. Okay? These men be telling us who they are. Y'all better start listening. Oh, the only reason you women get away with what you get away with is because there's other men. The other men, they stop them. And I'm looking at this dude like, what? Oh, so you would abuse me if it wasn't for other men. Yeah, yeah. Well, I promise you wouldn't abuse me. You ain't even got to worry about another man. I promise you ain't gonna abuse me though. What you might get is a whole bullet in your motherfucking head. That's what you might get. What's this? What is it? They made him some food for lunch, but he left it over here. Why would he do that? Oh, Lordy, okay. I was to cut some fabric. Because I'm down here. Not quite sleepy yet. Let's see. Gotta find the cat. Should be in the op. Here, this should be it right here. What's going on, Big J? What's going on, DC Purple? What's going on, Mella, Big J? I ain't seen you in a while. Big J said, what's wrong with being different? What's wrong with being different? You must be way behind in what you're listening to. And nothing wrong with being different, but something is wrong with being different just to be different. If you don't, so I don't know. I've heard violent aggression from black male towards black women on BYT, black. Well, yeah, Melon, it's crazy. Now, one thing is wrong with being different, brother at Big G. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being different, but I'm assuming he is way in the beginning of this stream when I said that the people just want to be different. So let me tell you what's wrong with being different. If you just want to be different, whether the information you're using or following is right or wrong. A lot. Okay? I'm afraid to inform you that. If you following a certain group of people just to be different, although you know that those group of people are harmful, not only to everybody else, but to you and your family, you don't even believe what they believe, but you want to be different than other black folks, so you follow them. Well, yes, I'm afraid to inform you that there's a lot wrong with that. Okay? There's a whole shit long, yeah, there's a whole lot of things going on with that. If y'all don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. Because it's obvious. Now, maybe I need to give you more examples. Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not sure. Okay? I'm not sure exactly if you're not understanding what I'm saying. But let me give you a clear example, though. How about this? Remember January 6, 2021? Oh, no, that was, January 6, 2021. Do any of y'all remember that? Okay, so in case you don't remember it, you might want to go and hurry up and look up that date. You know, there were black people out there. It wasn't even that many of them, but they were, right? So they are following a group of motherfuckers who was simply and always saying outright that they are against black people. The Proud Boys and a few others. Why would you be out there with them? Black man. I look hard. I was trying to see if we saw any sisters out there. I would like to know, why would you be out there, black man? Hmm? Oh, so you could be different. But I was sitting amongst people who started to whip on your ass because you were the issue. Now you find yourself thinking you with them. Oh yeah, I'm with you. Come on, let's go. Save the steel. Save the steel. And then everybody turn around and see your black ass. And next thing you know, you running for your life. You trying to get out the crowd. The police trying to protect you because they beating your ass down. Even though you out there protesting with them. Is that a clear enough example for you? Just so you could be different than other black folk, you go and be with a group of people who will murder you if they get a chance. So I hope that cleared up that. Okay, nothing wrong with being different, but that's not I gave an example of what I was talking about. Okay, anyway, yes. So anybody want to come up, I'll put the link up. But other than that, let's see. Well, don't allow them on the panel when they come here. Don't go in their spaces. Just like you tell the men to don't go into those women's spaces that drag him in. I don't tell people what to do. I don't know what the hell you talking about, water sniper. When did I tell men don't go anywhere? I said you don't have to go anywhere. And if you're you dumbass, ratchet ass nigga, if you don't understand the difference than me saying you don't have to go there, then me telling you don't go there, then nigga, you just as fucked up as you always seem to be. You motherfuckers is stupid. You so motherfucking stupid. Now you don't understand that, nigga? You's a grown ass bitch of a nigga, but I never tell you where not to go. I simply say if I don't want to go, I don't go. I don't have no problem going because I ain't scared of none of these niggas. And I'm gonna say what I want to say, the way I want to say it, to who I want to say it to. That's right. And I ain't boo-hooing about it in their motherfucking face. I tell them what I'm going to tell them, how I want to tell them. And then I'll come over here and say what the fuck I want to say. Oh, so, but see, nah, you lame ass, fucked up ass niggas, y'all don't even get on panels. And then when y'all come up, y'all thinking y'all coming to educate when all you're doing is repeating the fuck shit. And then how easy it is for us to expel the talking points. And he your dumb ass talking about, well, you ain't got to go neither. Nigga, I go where the fuck I want to go. And you should go where you fuck you want to go. And if you happen to go somewhere you don't like to be, nigga, just deal with it. However you deal with it. I'm not your mammy. I'm not your motherfucking mammy. Okay? I go where the fuck I want to go, though. And you not gonna stop me. I assure you that. And if you was on your channel, bitch, and you put up a link that anybody could hit, you wouldn't stop me from hitting your link neither, nigga. The only thing you'll do is bitch out and not let me up. That's all you would ever be able to do. Right? That's all you'll be able to do. Some of y'all niggas stupid. And then y'all come over here and act like you smart and you say the stupidest shit. Let me read it again. Well, don't allow them on the panel. I allow who the fuck I want on my panel. In fact, everybody's allowed on it. Okay? So I don't tell nobody where not to go. Why would I tell you where not to go? Y'all niggas be funny when I watch y'all go over there in the mother spaces and the women be ripping you to shreds. In fact, I watch some of y'all flip your whole talking point when you over there with amongst them women. Them women be ripping you to shreds. And some of you like that shit. Some of y'all like it, and I know you like it. You're on here to get your kick rocks off. And you enjoy when them women be ripping through you. And that's why you go over there. Because some of them women, and I'm talking about, like, I haven't heard from her in a while because, like I said, I don't go in the divested area. But what's her name? Damn. Crystal Swirls. She's really one of the only divested women I know. I don't know anybody else like that, right? I really don't. The other women whom I know who claim divestment, they are not rough like that, right? They just say, hey, they married who they married. They love who they married. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. Fucking people marry who they marry. But Krista Swirls, on the other hand, was telling everybody that black men was spreading HIV in the community, AIDS. And I had to go in on her for that shit. Right? But you know what? I saw a lot of you niggas in her area as she was ripping you to shreds. I remember the last time I was over there by Krista Swirls, because I don't do divestments like that, right? She had said that, and she had a white man who visited her from Texas, drove all the way to Florida to be with her, and her shit went viral. And I made a video about that. Okay? And so, but if I go over there by Krista Swirls, well, no, I don't have it anymore. But under my other account, before I lost that account, I had a wrench over there in her space. See, even when I go in people's spaces and I'm not really, I don't have to go in people's places and be fake. People still give me wrenches. Right? I've had wrenches in place in the manosphere spaces. It don't matter if I got a wrench or not because I don't use it. I'm not there to block people, time people out. I don't be giving a fuck. I rarely ever read the chat like that. You know what I mean? So it don't bother me whether I got one or not. But most people end up giving me wrenches. Now, this is the thing though. You niggas go and suck each other's dicks, and then you pray and hope that they will give you a wrench. Please, can I get a wrench? I'll suck your dick. Yep, I agree with you. They could be saying the stupidest shit and you agree with it. You bust down ass niggas. You always show yourself. You always tell me who you are by saying the stupidest shit. It's like you can't hear. You don't know what words mean. So I've never told not one motherfucker where not to go. Because you know why? Because I'm going to go where the fuck I want to go. And I'm going to say that shit every single time. I never said, hey, don't go over there. Just because I'm talking about who I'm talking about don't mean I'm not going to go over there. I'm talking about a talking point. I might be even talking about a particular person who used the talking point. And what the fuck that got to do with anything? I'm grown. I can assess and talk about what the fuck I heard and or saw. And most people understand that. Except you niggas, you dumb niggas though. Y'all know. You dumb niggas think it's war. And then at the same time, you don't want no war though. Because you're a bitch made ass nigga. Okay? Some of you niggas don't even go into spaces in which I be talking about. But you got a lot to fucking say when you come over here listening to me. If you do not like what I'm saying, nigga, you can go about your motherfucking business. I promise I ain't never send nobody an invite. I never said, please come and subscribe to me and please come and listen to me every time I go live. Some of you niggas I don't even fucking know. You just been around in the space so long and you may have gotten a wrench up until you do or say some stupid shit that make me think, what in the holy fuck? I watch some of you lame ass motherfucking niggas. Y'all tell on yourself, y'all just don't know it. You know, when shit pop off and I start noticing how y'all move, you know, it says a lot about you. You might not notice that I know and I see you, but nigga, I be seeing you. And it goes straight to my long-term memory. Okay? Just because I speak to you, that don't mean shit. And Water Sniper, you's a whole bitch out here. And you know what, though? I've been knowing you's a bitch out here for a while. But you know what? You being a bitch ain't got nothing to do with me, nigga. You the whole nigga out here. You a whole supposed to be a man, but you's a bitch. That ain't my problem. Because you ain't related to me. But I wonder, though, if you ever willing to hit a panel and come explain to me how it feel to be a bitch. That's what I would like to know. I would like to know from some of you bitch ass niggas what it feel like in the deep down in your heart of all hearts, what it feel like to be a bitch. What does it feel like to be online crying and whining about bitches you can't get? That's what I would like to know. Where is this group of women who crying and whining about the niggas they can't get? Where that's at? Point it out and let me go spend a week with them. By the time I'm done, they're not gonna be crying and whining about no dick they can't get. Because I'll teach them how they can get a motherfucking dick. But you men will follow lame ass niggas who ain't never proved to you that they can get pussy. All they got to do is say, I get pussy. And you be like, ooh, pussy? Let us know how you get pussy. And then you follow this nigga for years and years and years, and still yet, he ain't never parted no information to help you get no pussy yet. Okay? Some of y'all is just fuck boys, and you don't deserve no pussy. Fuck out of here. Coming to talk. I never told you where the fuck you could go and who the fuck you could be around. I don't give a fuck where you go. It ain't my motherfucking business. I'm gonna go where the fuck I want to go. So therefore, you should be able to go the fuck where you want to go. Okay? Your niggas just can't hold your nuts. That's why y'all don't go a lot of places. Can't even hold your own motherfucking nuts. Fuck out of here. Hey, DC, how you doing? Yeah, I'm talking about this. Listen, I'm reading the chat. See, that's one of the reasons why I don't read chat around these spaces. Because these niggas, these niggas they don't have an understanding of things that we women say. You know why? Because they don't like to listen. They hear one word. I've said several sentences. In fact, if I was reading, it would be paragraphs of shit, right? And they hear one word that make them just pop off and say some stupid shit. This is one of the reasons why I don't read the chat. Because I do kind of go off. I'm one of the people go off real fast. Especially when I realize niggas not even understand what I'm saying, but they're trying to take shots. These niggas do this shit often. But I don't pay attention to it. And then when I decide to read the chat, though, they get all caught off guard because they done said some shit that have made me pop off. Now, I never told nobody where they can go and not go. You can go where you want to go. In fact, nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Because I go where I want to go. I go places I've not seen none of you. I go on panels, y'all, where most of the people in the area are not even Black. I am on panels that I know y'all don't know about. Talking about all kinds of shit. When I really want to talk about political shit, I go over there to the white people and fuck with them. Okay? And I don't bring y'all with me because I don't be, they don't know me under this name. I have another name that they know me. And I go and I start shit. Me and my motherfucking husband. When we start talking about politics, it get real hot and heated. And the worst thing I hate is talking to lame ass, fucking stupid ass niggas talking about some shit they don't even know. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? And these niggas on here, man, they the worst. You said one thing. Y'all don't remember the other night? I'm not gonna mention no names, but I think my husband was up. He was up when this shit happened. So we was talking, and suddenly, somebody brought up, what his name? The one who got choked out in New York. That dude, if you listen to that playback, because I had to go back and listen to that playback, because I know I'm not stupid, right? I know I'm listening. I'm listening to everybody on the panel when we're having conversations. What's going on, Just Jay? When we're having conversations, I'm listening to everybody, right? And we were talking, and somebody brought up that young man, right, who got choked out. And the way he brought him up, as if he was trying to explain why he deserved to get choked out. And I started to stop him, like, no, we're not going to do that here. He was like, no. And I'm like, dude, are you saying just, like at the end, I'm like, I'm trying to stop him because, see, I hate when Black people do that shit. First of all, we wasn't even talking about those type of incidents. But here we go with some dude who just brought that shit up. And then when he brought it up, I was like, no, don't do that here. Right? Do not start talking about how this Black man, what he did by selling Lucy's, and he deserved to be killed. Dude was like, nah, this is what happened. And I asked him to stop, but he wouldn't stop. Then later, I'm like, he flipped his whole narrative. And I said, but you the same dude who was giving an excuse for why this man got choked out. And he said, no, that's not what I said. I said, dude, that's why I kept pushing back on you. You literally started talking about how that man deserved to get what he got. You use words like the police were called because he was doing something illegal. That nigga switched up his narrative so quick. I went back and listened to that shit. And just like I thought what had happened is what happened. Then he talking about, no, that's not what I said. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Nigga, what? You had me. I'm the very first one that tried to stop him. I can't stand when we do that shit. They got people who really lost their lives. So let me tell you an incident that just happened here in Philadelphia last week. A young boy, I think he's 12. I think he's 12. I'm gonna look up the story. Got shot in the back by a police officer. Now, right there in Philly, I think he's 12. Happens to be a white boy though. So we know some shit gonna pop off. See, this is the times when black people, when we want to make a point, this is when the points are to be made. See, white people, when shit like this happens, they not into the marching and shit. They gonna go to court, win millions of dollars, and it's gonna be over. Right? But with us, it happens so often with us, and we just want them to stop. We want laws to be put in place so it can stop. Right? Anyway, the young boy got shot in the back, and none of the story makes sense. And they're keeping a lot of things under wrap. But even a little bit of the story that they released doesn't make any sense. And it shocks me when white people let this shit just go. Because they're the ones who could have these laws changed quicker than a motherfucking hurry. So the story goes that they said this young boy had a gun and that the cops were just sitting in their car doing nothing. And this 12-year-old took a gun, pointed it at the police officer, and shot at him. Some kind of way, though, the cop was able to duck from the bullet, and the bullet went into his headrest. Now, I don't know about the rest of you. I don't know if you ever been shot at and or a shot, but there is no ducking of no motherfucking bullet. By the time you hear the bullet, the pow, if you are the one in front of that bullet, you have already been shot. So when I heard the story of that, the young boy shot into the headrest, but for some reason the police ducked out the way, I'm like, that don't make sense. What made him duck? How did he outrun a fucking bullet? Right? Then so they said the young boy shot, like I said, he shot at him, missed him, shot in his headrest, and then he took off. And they ran behind and gave pursuit and shot him in the back. Now, see, shooting him in the back is against the law. Because in Philadelphia, the law is clear. If there's no clear and present danger, then you shouldn't be shooting. See, we've been, as black people, been saying that forever. But see, you know what they always say with us? Well, what was he doing before? He shouldn't have had a gun. What is he doing out there? Why is his mama? What's going on? Why is he out there? What crime was he committing? I know he was committing a crime. Now, this one, though, you know what they clearly saying? Everybody's saying it. Black people, white people, the news, even the fucking police. They're saying they're doing their research, they investigation, but they're saying that even if he had a gun, there's no reason to shoot him because they shot him in the back. And so the police he's on leave without pay or some shit like that. Now, you know, when they shoot us, they get vacation time. They get paid. Shoot them. Now they researching, trying to figure out how to get out of this shit, trying to figure out what they need to do. But they need, and then when they said, well, did he have a gun? They like, we can't release that information. You know, if he had a gun, though, they would have released that shit. That's the first thing the cops would have done. They would be like, yes, he shot, and we could prove it because he had a gun in his hand when he got shot. Now they're talking about, well, we can't release that information. So I don't know how this is going to play out, right? But if I know how it would play out if it was a black boy, they would claim that he did something that maybe he did or didn't do. I don't trust these cops like that. We've already found them to be liars. Okay. So if he was black, he would have got shot, buried. We probably wouldn't even found out what took place until months later, after the family tried to get some resolution, normal way, to where they started reaching out to the different, media outlets in order to try to get some help. But by the time all that normally happens, sometimes it takes months. We didn't find out about that young lady until months after. They got some people we still haven't heard about. Because when Mike Brown got shot, there was several other people got shot at around the same time. They was killing us damn near every weekend. So the young man who was in Walmart, that story rarely got covered. And that story there, that should have been a major story. A man walking in a store on the phone with his mother, picks up a toy gun in the toy aisle of Walmart and ends up dead. Where in the hell do they do that at? Ended up dead. And so I'm on YouTube and I hear you lame ass niggas though. You're not even caring about your life for real. Some of you saying that's what he get. He shouldn't have picked up that toy gun in the toy aisle of Walmart. He knew he was a black man in America. Even though they sell those guns in the store on the toy aisle of Walmart, he shouldn't have known not to pick it up because he's a black man and he should never be down the toy aisle in fucking Walmart. You ain't never hear that story, Just Jay? Oh, let me go see if I can find it. What was that man name? He was on the phone with his mother. If you believe in certain things about death, certain people believe that, hey, depends on how you die. Some people don't even know they're dead yet. That young man probably don't even know he's dead. Like he was literally on the phone with his mother. He picked up the gun in the toy aisle of Walmart. Before he was done talking to his mother, this young man was killed. They went in there like a SWAT team. Somebody said, put your hand up. Before he can raise his hand, because he went to go, he don't know what's going on. He on the phone with his mother. Before he could raise his hand, one of them cops has shot him dead. Let me see. I think that happened in Cincinnati. Let me check and see if this is it. Wow, it looked like somebody else was killed. God damn. In another. Let me see. No, that didn't happen in 2021. I think it happened in like it looked like, yeah, somebody else got shot, looked like recently. And so that recent one is coming up. But yeah, that's crazy, man. I think, is this John Crawford? Yep, here we go. John Crawford III. Let me put his name in. Let me put it in YouTube so we can look at it. Copy. This shit is crazy. But I'm gonna show you the actual video of this shit. This happened. Here we go. Let's just play while I share it.
And you need to become absolutely.
That's the man. See him? He in Walmart. You see, he got a toy gun. It's an actual toy. He's on the phone with his mother. Somebody about to call. Watch.
Beaver Creek 911, where's your emergency?
I'm at the Beaver Creek Walmart. There's a gentleman walking around with a gun in the store.
Is he got it pulled out?
Yeah, he's like pointing at people.
What does he look like?
He's a black male, probably about 6 foot tall.
Okay. What's he wearing?
Blue shirt, blue pants.
Where is he at now?
He's over in the pet.
Can I have your name, please?
My name is Ronald Ritchie.
Ronald?
Yes, he's like loading it right now.
Do y'all hear this shit? This man just said that he's pointing at people, but there's nobody in the Walmart. Okay, we see the man. You see the young man. This is exactly as the call is going. Now he's saying he's loading it. It's a toy gun, and you see nobody around him. He just said, so he's pointing at people. Then he said he's now loading it. Watch. Fair use.
All right, Mr. Ritchie, hold on 1 second, okay?
Not a problem.
I'm still on the phone with you. This is Fairborn, but they're probably sending somebody.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna stay on the phone with you.
Okay. 911.
What's he doing now?
He looks like he's just trying to load it.
He's just trying to load it?
Yeah.
Confirmed. Okay. He's still in the pets area?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he loading it with? Do you see?
I have no idea. I'm not getting that close to
Okay,
him.
that's fine. Has he got people that he's pointing it around now?
I can't tell if there's anybody he's pointing it at right now, but it looks like he's like aiming at things.
Okay. I'm just going to keep you on the phone until they get back on there, okay?
You're fine.
We have to zero one if he's... Oh, he did.
Okay, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Where is he at now?
He's still in the pet section. Just looks like, I don't know what he's trying to do. He's just like pointing at 46 are still being around.
Look at that. He's saying he's pointing.
2023.
This is Fairborn. I'm still on the line. You guys...
Okay, let me pause it. Okay, I'm gonna see if y'all can hear me and hear it. So, did y'all hear it so far? Look, DC, we're gonna play some more of this. You hear the lies? The lie. He's pointing at people. He's like, oh, he's loading it. Oh yeah, I don't know what he's loading it with. But if you don't know what he's loading it with, how do you know he's loading it? Right? And based on what he's saying, it sounds like he might be looking at the surveillance cameras instead of seeing this man for real. That's right, ain't nobody there. Now, let's finish watching it. This is crazy, man. Fair use.
Needing help?
Affirmative 90, he's in the pet section.
Beaver Creek?
Yes.
It's Fairborn. Do you guys need any help that way?
Not yet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stay on the line. I let my sergeant know just in case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, sir, tell me what's going on now.
I don't know what he's just like looking around, waving it back and forth.
See, he's not waving anything. The call is live as this video is showing. That man is on the phone and he's lying. Okay, fair use.
Okay.
Sir, what type of gun is it? Is it a shotgun or is it a handgun?
It looks like a rifle.
What color is it?
Black.
The black white rifle?
Yeah.
All right, you said you saw him load it?
He looked like he was trying to load it. I don't know.
Affirmative. I have a gentleman who's watching him, says he's waving it around, believes it's a rifle, believes he just put some bullets inside. I have an officer there.
You have an officer here.
I also have another officer on
He's in
scene.
the back corner of Pets right now.
White male, black male?
They're advising
Black.
he's in the back corner of Pets.
He's a black male. What's he wearing?
Black shirt and blue jeans.
Okay, he's a black male, black shirt and blue jeans.
Yeah.
Does he have a hat or anything on?
No, he's got like an afro.
An afro? Okay. Beaver Creek, did you get that?
I got it, has an
I hear
afro.
police.
Gotcha.
Look at that, people passing. Kids, look, somebody going down the aisle with him.
What's
He
your name
just, like,
again, sir?
My name is Ronald Ritchie. He just pointed at like two children.
Okay, I do
Look
have
at that.
officers there. So
Oh my God, this is my
Stay on
first
the
time
line with
seeing
me,
this
okay?
part. Wait a minute. Wow, he said he just pointed at two children. Those children didn't leave like they were scared and so that should have told him that, wait a minute, something not right. He said he just pointed it at two children. This did not become as big as it should have been. But this shit right here, we're gonna see the police, how the police gonna come in.
2025.
Look at the kids right there.
Is there anyone else around him that came with him that you can tell?
It's just him.
Just him?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he doing now?
He's just waving it around still.
You
On
said
his phone.
he
He's on
pointed
his
at a
phone
couple
waving around.
kids.
Right.
Okay, is there kids around him then?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Is there anyone around him now?
There's a kid watching him. He's about an aisle length away.
Okay. 2026.
Where the kid watching him at?
2026.
Y'all see the kid watching him? This dummy is just lying. Look, dead. You see that?
Sir, what's going on?
Gunshots in the store. Which corner of the store? Police officers are here. They're on the scene.
All right.
I just had any shots fired. Start an ambulance.
You're clear. 2027.
There was another angle, but I see what. Let's go see what this says.
I am a small business owner trying to find other small business owners to tell them about Next Insurance. I'm April Wilkerson.
Up now, the man whose 911 call led to a deadly police shooting could now face charges himself. A judge found this surveillance video does not reflect what Ronald Ritchie told the operator about John Crawford III. 9 on Your Side's Tom McKee takes a deeper look at the call and how this case could have far-reaching effects.
The normal standard for law enforcement right now is if you see something, say something. Pick up the phone and call 911. But there's a court case pending in the Dayton area that could put a chill on that theory.
I'm at the Beaver Creek Walmart. There's a gentleman walking around with a gun in the store.
Is he got it pulled out?
Yeah, he's like pointing at people.
Ronald Ritchie made that call in 2014 after seeing John Crawford inside the store. But private citizens linked his audio to surveillance video and said the words don't match the pictures. A judge agreed and ruled there's probable cause for prosecutors to consider charging Ritchie with making false alarms.
He shouldn't have made that phone call.
Michael Wright is the Crawford family's attorney.
Based on the video, we do know that he was making assertions that were not correct. However, it wasn't his fault why John Crawford is dead.
Police shot Crawford, claiming he refused to drop what turned out to be a pellet gun. University of Cincinnati law professor Christo Lassiter says the issue boils down to what Ritchie was thinking at the time.
The charge that the prosecutor will have to mull is whether or not there was an intentional falsehood.
But what if there's not enough proof for that?
If you have someone who is merely exaggerating or giving his interpretation of what he sees, that's within the realm of acceptability.
No matter what decision is reached, retired UC Police Chief Gene Ferrara says it could impact future emergency callers.
I think the potential certainly is there if people see that someone who made a 911 call was criminally charged for that act, that I could see where that would cause someone to say, well, I'm not sure I want to make that call.
There's no timetable right now on when that decision is going to be coming from the prosecutor. Tom McKee, 9 on your side on the UC Clifton campus.
Well, see how they switched it up. You know, talking about, like first, yeah, it will stop motherfuckers from calling and lying. Y'all don't know how many people that called police in this area on me, right? Then they called Child Protective Services on me. We got motherfuckers just love playing games. And maybe if people get charged, then maybe they won't do it. Right? And here we go, where somebody called on this guy and it ended up dead. That's another view to him getting shot. Because before he, let me see if we can find it. You see the cops coming in, and one of them said, put the gun down or put your hands up or something like that. And before he could finish the statement, somebody shot. Okay. Somebody shot and it was over. Damn, DOD. Is DOD live right now? Oh man, well, I gotta go see this. Let me see what DOD talking about. Is he live or is this says he's live?
And again, I'll say I don't like, honestly, when you have these discussions, it really should only just be Black women because again, Black men can't give birth to anything. So, and they don't have any control at all, governmental or otherwise. And if they think the government can stop women.
Anyway, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Sir, I'm gonna say,
But yeah, that happened right after I think this was it Mike Brown or I think it was that 7 years ago? Yeah, I think that was around Mike Brown. Okay. And it was somebody big. I think it was Mike Brown. And because what was happening with him, this case was overshadowed by that case. And there were several others. And then remember the little boy ended up getting killed around the same time. Also, what that little boy was, 11-year-old. Killed by police. I forget what his name is. Wow. Look, 4 months ago, a New York trooper murdered an 11-year-old girl. Damn, when that happened? Oh, I gotta go see it, y'all.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you gotta try Kachava. Kachava is the world's healthiest all-in
Breaking news tonight, a New York State trooper is indicted for the murder and the death of a young girl. Good evening, I'm Dana Tyler. We begin with that breaking news. The trooper facing murder charges following the crash on the New York State Thruway. An 11-year-old child was killed. CBS 2's Corey James joining us in downtown Brooklyn after hearing from the girl's family just moments ago. Corey?
And Dana, the 11-year-old's mother of Monica Goods spoke with us inside of her attorney's office about an hour and a half ago, detailing that painful day when she, along with her two daughters and their father, were inside of their car traveling to visit loved ones when that deadly accident took place. According to authorities, this all happened when State Trooper Christopher Baldner pulled the family's car over for speeding near mile marker 92 in Ulster County. Officials tell us during that stop, Trooper Baldner sprayed pepper spray into the car, and that's when Monica Goods' father drove away. A police chase then took place, and Baldner allegedly rammed his patrol car into the back of the family's car twice, causing it to flip over several times, killing Goods, who was thrown from the vehicle. Her mom speaking out, saying this is just the beginning of their fight.
Oh my God. I didn't lose one child that day. I lost two. Because Christina will never.
Wait a minute. What happened, y'all?
Car twice, causing it to flip over several. A police chase then took place, and Baldner allegedly that's when Monica Goods' father drove away. A police sprayed pepper County. Officials tell us during that stop, Trooper Baldner sprayed pepper spray into the car, and that's when Monica Goods' father drove away. A police chase then took place, and Baldner allegedly rammed his patrol car into the back of the family's car twice, causing it to flip over several times, killing Goods, who was thrown from the vehicle. Her mom speaking out, saying this is just the beginning of their fight.
I didn't lose one child that day. I lost two. Because Christina will never be the same. Trooper Baldner needs to be convicted and sent to jail.
And this all happened just 3 days before Christmas. Baldner faces charges of murder in the second degree, manslaughter in the second degree, and reckless endangerment in the first degree. The New York State Troopers Benevolent Association released a statement saying its condolences go out to the family. The organization also added it will provide legal representation to Baldner, who is in custody but has a bail hearing on Thursday. We've also learned that Trooper Baldner was involved in at least two other crashes with his patrol car. At least one of those crashes seriously injured 3 other people. We're working to learn more details about that, and we'll have that for you tonight at 11.
God damn, yo. That man been using his car as a weapon for a while, and he probably knew that pepper spraying somebody would get them to run, right? Because think about it. If you ain't doing nothing, you're abiding by the law, he pulled you over, and you're starting to give him all the paperwork he asked for, but then suddenly he pulls out his pepper spray and spray you, you will freak out too. I know the hell I will. I'll be like, oh, it will be almost like, oh shit. Like, I gotta go, we about to die. And then he then now uses that as an excuse to chase him down and ram him with his car. Now they say this the third time he's done that. He should not be getting off. And what's weird is I never even heard of this story. Y'all, when I put in police killing people, man, all the shit that's coming up. Let's see what this one. With this, I think this is the guy. Let's see.
Quick question for you. What do bad breath and your poop have in common? And did you know that it's related to weight loss? Researchers estimate that over 80 million Americans suffer from chronic halitosis, or bad breath. At least 99% of everyone else has.
A veteran New York State trooper charged with murder in the death of an 11-year-old Brooklyn girl will remain in custody. An Ulster County judge rejecting a proposal for cash bail and home confinement. CBS 2's Tony Aiello has details and reaction.
Suspended Trooper Christopher Baldner looks stunned after Ulster County Judge Brian Rounds sent him back to jail.
Is to remand the defendant without bail.
Baldner faces murder and other charges in the death of Monica Goods, an 11-year-old from Brooklyn. She was in a car with her father, Tristan Goods, on December 22nd. Baldner stopped him for speeding more than 100 miles an hour on I-87. There was a dispute. Baldner used pepper spray. Goods took off. Prosecutors say Baldner gave high-speed chase, ramming the other car twice, causing it to flip. Monica was ejected and killed.
Rather than being accidental, the defendant's actions on December 22nd were deliberate, willful, and depraved.
Baldner's defense team offered a bail package, $100,000 cash, home confinement with electronic monitoring, and surrendering of his passport. Rejecting that, the judge seemed to agree with prosecutors from the Attorney General's office that the serious murder charge makes Baldner a flight risk. The Troopers Union president spoke after court.
Trooper that has lived in this area for almost 2 decades. He has a family, he has kids, he owns a house. He's not going anywhere. The bail reduction act of 2019 has worked for everybody, but in this instance, it did not work for my trooper.
The judge's denial of bail welcomed by protesters and the dead child's mother.
We still at the beginning of this fight. He got remanded today, but that's what he deserves to be.
Meanwhile, a source says the Ulster County DA is looking at whether the actions of the victim's father merit charges. Baldner is due back in court in February. Protesters say they'll be outside, voicing their outrage over the death of this young girl.
Damn. Yo, it's too much. I can't even go through it. I refuse. Too many. Yeah, they crazy. You know, the movie, not the movie, the show Cops. I used to see that when it first came on way back in the day. And I think when they started making Cops, they were chasing down black men mostly with dogs and all kinds of shit. And that made TV. And I think there was a lot of kids and sitting around watching that shit. Right, as I was getting madder and madder, at first it was funny, right? When it first came on, I'm thinking, oh, this is funny, until I realized that it was real, right? At first it didn't look like it was real, because I'm thinking to myself, why would that man think he got from a dog under a house? You know what I mean? Like, a dog can get under a house. So I'm thinking this shit wasn't real, and then I realized, wait a minute. You know, they start talking about reality TV, although reality TV was new. But Cops was one of the original reality TVs. That and that MTV one where people were living in a house. I forget the name of it. But as I watched it every week, me and my husband would sit there. I think it came on like Saturdays or some shit like that. Or Thursdays, one of them nights where we watch Married with Children and Cops and shit, like we watch them back to back, right? And I started realizing that it was always black. Like, the fuck is going on? Like, they chasing these black men down. They're using dogs. Even when they don't have to, they're using dogs. They're allowing the dogs to continue to bite even longer than they have to. And people thought that shit was funny, but I started to think this shit ain't right. So I stopped looking at that shit years ago. But I can imagine some kids with no power watching this shit, thinking it's funny. As they grow older, they decide they want to be cops. And you grow up watching a show that only showed mostly them arresting, especially beating up and torturing with dogs, black men. When they caught white women and white men, there was rarely ever a dog involved. They made it seem like it was just some regular bust, like as if the people cooperatively just stood up and say, here I am, and turned around. And like it was all like that, which makes white people don't look dangerous. But every time they went to go get a black man, there was some dog involved, with lots of cops involved, running him down, making it seem like he's dangerous like that. And So then now you got cops from that generation, and when it comes to black people, yo, they really don't give a shit about our lives because they really think we're just animals. They think we're just dangerous animals only when they're ready to use their guns and shit. Otherwise, they walk past us, they walk up to us. How you scared of somebody and yet you walk up to them? Like these white women talking about, I was scared of him, I was scared of him. But you followed him all the way to his house. You wanted him to prove he lived there. Uh-oh, my grandson. He must be changing his diaper. He don't like getting his diaper changed. Should I go up there? Okay, give me a second, y'all. You need me? I'm coming. Ah. That boy ain't them damn loud ass stuff. It's like 2 in the morning or something. Oh damn, it's 3 in the morning. It's 3 a.m. The morning. It's 3 in the morning. What's going on? Ebony Star Network. Anyway, them cops, my grandson, man, he's spoiled. That's true. He started crying. I go running. Even there with his daddy. I shouldn't have to run up there, but I did because I don't want him crying. I don't like him crying. Anyway, I was some sewing. I should be cutting some fabric. I'm gonna be making a couple of bags tomorrow. But tomorrow is Friday. Ah man, the killing of black people, man, that shit is too much. And when I listen to some of these men on here, you know what I mean? Make it seem like it's nothing. I'm like, dude, that could be you anytime. Like literally, you could be in your car going about your business. You could be, everything about you could be legal. Your car, your registration, you ain't doing nothing bad, negative. And before you know it, you could be dead. It don't matter if you call him sir. You know what I mean? You could just, this person could wake up just on the wrong side of the bed and have an attitude already. We watched them kill people literally for no reason. Right? That video, what is his name? The one in New York for selling loosies. What's his name was? Because I remember that video. Now, what old dude was talking about isn't how I picture that. Let me see. What's his name? Man killed. I'm gonna put choke. That's man choke. Please. Yeah, there you go. You want me? Let's look at let me see. See, this all happened around the same time. I was right 7 years ago.
Good evening. Today, a grand jury in New York City declined to bring charges against a white police officer in the death of an unarmed black man. This.
Let me see.
Nothing. The deadly confrontation on July 17th. That sells nothing.
Let's hear it. Fair use. You want me? Wait, let me give myself. You want me? Mickey, are you coming down the steps? Come on. You got it? Huh? Oh, you want your red what truck? But I don't know if they got no red truck down here. Take your time. Got a couple more good boys. Stand up by yourself. You want your big truck? Want that one? Yeah. There you go. You gonna play with that one? Push it. Wait, you want to put some stuff on it? That's the big dump truck car. That's what kind of truck that is, Leaky? And you put cars on that truck. What you call that truck? Huh? That's not. Is that a dump truck? That's not a dump truck. What kind of truck that is, Leaky? My grandson know all about the trucks and all the dump trucks. Well, I don't know the name of them. Anyway, I want to see this part right here. Can y'all see? Yeah, fair use, by the way.
What? This don't end here. I did not sell nothing. The deadly confrontation on July 17th was caught on a passerby's cell phone. Police were trying to arrest the 43-year-old Garner for allegedly selling illegal cigarettes. Garner appeared to resist. I told you the last time, please leave me alone. Officer Pantaleo, seen in the green shirt, quickly entered the scene and took him down with a chokehold.
Look at that. Wow.
The NYPD banned the use of chokeholds in 1993. The medical examiner said Garner's death was caused by compressions to his neck and chest during physical restraint by police.
That was cold-blooded murder. The whole world knows.
Wow, yo. Wow, wow, wow. That man jumped on his back. Look how many cops it was. Oh, why they didn't just give him like a ticket? The fuck they gotta kill a man for? Or like, what's the reason for him being in a chokehold? You know what I mean? Like, so you like it wasn't no violent crime, right? That he didn't even have proof that he sold no goddamn Lucy's. There was no proof. Now, whether he sold them or didn't sell them, if you ain't got no proof, well, why you don't just give him a ticket and let him go before a judge? So if you ain't got no proof, what is you putting handcuffs on him for to take him somewhere? You know, they don't do that to nobody but us. They would have done, so you mean to tell me it's non-violent and you get choked out? You could be shopping in Walmart, you get shot. You could get your ticket, and when the cop asks you, well, you have a problem, and then when she says, well, yeah, my problem is this, that, and third, she ends up dead. He didn't already get this woman a ticket. Why in the hell did any other confrontation happen? If you say she got stopped for a traffic violation, you already gave her a ticket, then there is nothing else for us to talk about. And even if I talk, then why am I now getting pulled out of my car? You've already given me my summons. You've already given me my ticket. Our business is done. This shit is crazy. And then we got niggas on YouTube, though, that'll find all kinds of reasons for why this shit is okay. And then they want women. You want a woman? Not even a white woman want to be with a man who won't even protect himself, who won't even admit to what it is that he sees with his own eyes. Talk about, well, we don't know what happened before the video started. We don't know what happened. What did he do before? It don't matter. Well, she should have been quiet after she got that ticket. She should have been like driving Miss Daisy and with them Rosie on her motherfucking way. Yeah, she shouldn't have opened her mouth. She's a human in America. I guess only us need to be quiet. Don't say nothing. But yes, sir, master, sir. Master, sir. Thank you for the tickets, sir. Oh, you want to know what's wrong with me, sir? Nothing wrong with me, sir. I'm just so ecstatic that you're giving me a ticket, sir. I'm just so happy. I'll be on my way tonight, sir. You niggas, I'm trying to tell you, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm telling you, I'll be ashamed to be your mamas. That's why some of y'all mamas, that's why she don't like you. Can you imagine these niggas, mamas being proud of them? And they angry about it, but it's all they're doing. Because if I was your mama, I wouldn't be proud of you. I'm sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. There ain't nothing manly about you. On this bitch crying about women you can't have. Insulting black men who've been killed by police. Insulting women for having lace fronts. Crying about women who own OnlyFans making that money. You're jealous that you can make $10K a month? You jealous that she could make that money based on what her mama gave her? What you doing, man? I'm going to cook. You want to go for the monster truck? Yes. But you ain't got no monster trucks down here, and they ran out of batteries. It's 3 a.m. There's no place to get batteries, Leaky. Get batteries tomorrow, okay? Okay. Okay. Mama love you. What? No one truck. There go the big truck right there. Come on. You want to go get the big truck? Okay, y'all. My grandson is down here. I'm gonna go and put him to sleep because he just as feisty as he can be. Wide awake at 3 a.m. Now, normally he's awake, but looks sleepy. But right now, he don't look like he nowhere near sleepy. Okay? He look like, and that's because I did let him sleep. Thinking, what you doing? You gonna wake up your papa. Oh no, Nikki. Oh, my grandson is so funny. What? I sit your butt right there. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. You wanna go up? Want some ice? Want some ice with mom? Okay, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. We going by there. I'm gonna put a link to our channel tomorrow sometime. We're gonna hang with somebody new. We're gonna do like a somebody invited me over there to their channel, so I'm gonna go check them out tomorrow night. Now I may be live tomorrow during the day when I wake up. This one gonna be sleep like me, okay? That's why I keep him up. When I'm up, he could be up. Because when I go to sleep, he'll go to sleep. And then he'll sleep when he won't wake up until I wake up tomorrow. Huh? Yeah. And he goes and spends the weekend with his mother this weekend. So I'm not gonna see him all weekend. Huh? So you leave me tomorrow? You going by your sissy? Huh? Yeah. You gonna see sissy tomorrow? No. No, you don't want to go see sissy tomorrow? You do? You said no, you don't want to. That's my first time hearing you say you don't want to. You don't want to leave mama. You don't want to leave mama. You just go out for the weekend. You go for the weekend? You go skinny shop. Come on. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I get frustrated when I start talking like this about these cases, man. That shit is heartbreaking. Because I can imagine, like, it's almost like every time I see it, I imagine one of my sons, and that shit is scary. Every time my sons have to go to work, or go out this house, out into the world. I got a grandson here. Huh? What you want? Tickle. No? Okay. What you want? What? You want some ice? What is? You want that? Yeah. But I don't know what you're talking about. That tower's up there? Okay, come and show me. Wait, Mama, I'm gonna turn the computer off, okay? Okay, everybody, good night. I don't know what he want, but we're gonna give it to him because he's spoiled, okay? We're gonna just give him what he want, and then I'm gonna take his butt upstairs and put him on in between me and his pop, and he gonna go to sleep, okay? He gonna go to sleep. Say bye-bye. Look, he said bye-bye. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me show y'all him. Give me a second. Wait, let me see how to do it. Bye-bye. You said bye-bye. You gonna say bye-bye to yourself? Oh, you say bye-bye to the fire truck? Wait, let me see. I gotta turn this on. Let me see. Give me a second here. Say bye-bye to the fire truck. Bye. Huh? Can you see yourself? Say hello. Look at yourself, Licky. Licky, look at you. Licky. Look who this is, Licky. Licky. Who is that? Huh? You want your fire truck? Wow. Say hey. Say hi. Say hello. You're not gonna say hello? Say hello. Look at you. See you? Hello. Says late at night and I'm wide awake. So I'm wide awake. See, I got a big truck over there I put on the floor. I'm wrecking. So I'm wrecking the trucks. Say, Mama. Say bye-bye, everybody. Say bye-bye. Yeah, he is something else. He's something else. That's my grandson. He's something else. Okay. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow, or well, today or whenever. What you say bye-bye already? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm gonna go put him to sleep, y'all. I'm not even tired. I could go probably all day, but I need him to get some sleep. He has a cold. He's fighting a little cold. Probably because it's hot and cold outside. You said bye, Mama? I know.